Science, theology's nerd-ass cousin, a systematic enterprise based around facts of the universe. Well, here's a fact for you Poindexters out there. Knowing how glow-in-the-dark silly putty works doesn't make you cool, just makes your face ripe for the punchin'. And science has done more bad than good to society. Yeah, it mapped out a 3D rendering of the clitoris, but in return we got the freaking atom bomb. And yes, I know what you're thinking. From the atom bomb, we got Godzilla and long blue vascular dingles, but what happens when science turns on us again? A science that far surpasses our own knowledge and starts putting realistic flesh suits on top of robots. That's right, science is Skynet and 12-story Terminators are coming to a city near you. So run and hide, and my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And we're on the road to G-Fest, baby!
On the road to Marine City.
Oh, guys! G-Fest isn't happening this year, but that doesn't mean you can take Godzilla away from me, goddammit. It's real to me.
It's my right.
It's my right to watch Godzilla movies.
American citizen.
God damn it, this Japanese movie is my right. You can't take that away from me. Also, because we get to enjoy it from the city of our home, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we did buy it.
Yeah.
And it's in our house.
Delicious Blu-ray, and you've been
Delicious.
hearing the delicious voice of my own queen co-host, my queen host,
Sure.
Nicole.
But that also sounds gross.
What, queen host? Oh,
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like a queen bee, but
Like
for
I'm a
parasites.
host for a queen.
Oh, wait, a host for? Well, no, that's what?
Yeah,
Host
that's
queen.
Gross.
Why is that gross?
Like a queen bee is gonna get in my skin.
Oh, like a host. I thought you meant like I'm a hostess, you know, like I'm here to host the
No.
party. Oh, I'm hitting lights.
Breaking
Oh,
shit.
yes. Pew, 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 pew. Gotcha, baby. Nicole, before we get into our movie today, you heard that
Yeah.
right. It's our right. We watched it on beautiful Blu-ray, delicious. That's what the director intended this to be watched as.
Uh-huh.
Blu-ray disc.
Yeah.
Criterion Collection. They had the foresight.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 Slim on a, I don't know, maybe a 9-year-old 53-inch screen TV.
Yeah.
HDMI.
Yeah.
What do you think will be next? I know there's HDMI like 3 these days. Do you think we'll get something better than that? Like something to really establish 4K as the new medium? Does 4K just go through HDMI?
Uh-huh.
If so, HDMI is versatile as hell. Let me know out there. I'm pretty sure Steve F., Eric, if anyone, I believe in you guys to know, how does HDMI work for 4K?
Mm-hmm.
Because Steve let me know in anime that a lady's boob opened up and ate a man's arm.
Yeah, and I'm real interested in that.
It's called Biohunter, and I've only seen that first scene because immediately I was in my parents' room.
Yeah, you were like, what, 12? 8?
No, I was probably 10 or 11.
6.
No, I was in Muskegon at the time. So I was sitting, it was me, my brother, and maybe one of the Haimas was there.
Yeah.
Probably Tyler Haima was also there,
Uh-huh.
and maybe one of my other brother's friends. My parents had a small TV, and they had a like king size bed that truly took up the entire room. So
Yeah.
it was that, and then right like barely in it, there was this small TV, and we were watching it because that's the only place there was a VHS at. We started watching it. And right when it's the opening scene, this happens. And I'm like, and then I run out of the room. I don't want sex and violence mixed together. Like when I'll start watching a pornography and then like
Because then you just have a scared boner.
No, I don't have a boner. It just flops. in the wind, bullseye.
Right.
We also had fans on that, and our penises were out. No, that's not part of the story. I don't even think we knew it was a sexy thing. It's just like, hey, we got this anime. Do you guys want to watch it with us? Because it just Blockbuster. They had all of it.
Yeah.
And we rented every single one. We didn't care what it looked like.
Yeah.
Everything on VHS. It was only $1 for 5 days. Bada bing. So I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, so like when I start watching a porn and like someone even like starts like, I don't even like watching blowjobs. But if someone starts like getting a little too aggressive, I'm like, no, thank you. And then eventually like you flash forward a little bit and then like it's a guy just smacking a breast. And I'm like, oh no. And then I just turn it off.
We're talking tits here.
They don't know that, Nicole.
Yeah.
Watch Invade with Nicolas Cage.
It?
Yeah. You know, on Windows Media Player and an
watch
XP.
the waveform.
Yeah. It goes
Yeah. Or like, do they still do it where it's like shapes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that.
I think they'd have to.
Yeah.
That's my childhood.
Right.
But Nicole, how's your week been? Do you want to get in?
Fucking awful. Yes, I do. I want
Okay.
to get this out because, okay, guys, I'm not in the best mood. I have a headache and I'm so tired. Just a quick rundown. James, just let me get it all out and then you can like comment or whatever. Your lips are sealed. Got it. My lips are seals. So my grandma out of the blue sent me a video on Facebook Messenger that was just full of just top to bottom, just false information. It was like a conspiracy theory explaining how COVID-19 exists just as like a political tool to take down Donald Trump, I think. It doesn't really say like it doesn't just like say that specifically, but it ends with like Trump 2020 and I lost my shit. I mean, I'm not surprised by it, but I was like, okay, I love my grandma so much, but like I can't just pretend I didn't watch this because this is fucking terrible. Like it was this conspiracy theory and all of the things to like back it up were just completely false, but like had a like based on like facts or just like events, but then just like, but weren't true. Anyway, so I was upset and I was like, hey, I asked James, I was like, what the fuck do? I don't even know how to respond. And he was like, just ask her, just say, why did you send this? So I asked her that, and then she said it was interesting. You know what? Let me just, because I don't know if that was after the next thing.
She said she thought it had interesting content.
She said something sent to me that tells what is going on, thought it was interesting. And I was like, I mean, did you watch the whole thing? Because it's just a conspiracy theory to justify Trump's actions and full of a lot of false information. And then she just says, I watched it. And I was like, okay, you're giving me absolutely nothing to work with here. So I'm just gonna pull this video apart bit by bit and go through every fucking single thing that's wrong with this. And it's it's almost 10 minutes long. It's a long ass video. So it took me for fucking ever just to go through all this shit, which she didn't fucking read. She didn't even fucking read what I said because it's a long ass.
And there was one thing in the video saying that, it's able to keep Joe Biden from doing debates with Donald Trump, and then the left would see how bad he really is. We know he's bad. We don't want him, but too bad. Like it's the lesser of it's as South Park says it. You either have to choose between a turd and a douche sandwich, and I'm choosing the turd this time because the other one is a huge douche sandwich or a douche and a turd sandwich.
So I looked into it. I was doing research like throughout this whole thing because I don't want to be a hypocrite and like I want to be informed, and that's why I'm like trying to be more mature about the situation and like hear her out.
Because originally you just wanted to be like, haha, like the Onion.
Yeah, at first when I saw the video, I just wanted to be like, this is fucking hilarious. But then I was like, wait, no, Nicole, you have to be like, you have to actually like address this. Otherwise, you're just a fucking hypocrite. I love her, but Jesus fucking Christ. Today was rough, guys. It gave me a headache. I was like shaking the whole time because I was worked up, and that's what happens. And I could barely stay awake during the movie because I was just so fucking drained. So yeah, sorry if I'm not like super fucking pumped about everything today.
I'll make up for it. But I would like to give, so I knew Nicole had a text from her grandmother right when we woke up, because Nicole got it last night, and she said, I don't want to deal with it because I know it's something that I'm going to have to deal with.
Yeah, yeah.
So knowing that, we ate, and Nicole's like, I guess I have to get ready. I was like, pretty much saying like, hey, could you do that with some speed? Because we do have to start early today. And I said, like normally we start around 2. I was like, even if we can bump that back to 1:30 because I'm going to have to edit this, all of that. It gets to like 3, maybe 3:30, and Nicole's like, all right, let me eat something. I was like, okay, well, and then like we
I had
eat,
to calm down, James.
and then I put in the Blu-ray, and then Nicole's like, wait, we're watching Godzilla today,
fuck,
and I
we're
was like,
watching a movie, not an episode.
I was like, yes, that's why I wanted to start early. You knew this. We talked about it last week. I read you the intro and all of the shout outs that are all Godzilla centric.
Guys. If you've been watching our live streams, I've been trying to be not stressed because it is sincerely having a negative effect on my health. If you have any tips,
I got one.
that would be fucking dope.
It's actually movie related because Godzilla. Hey guys, we watched 1974's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, released March 21st of that year, but also in later years in America was released as Godzilla versus the Bionic Monster, and then renamed, because I don't think it did as well under that, versus the Cosmic Monster. I'll keep that hiccup in.
Do it.
But he's punching stuff, and I thought if I made, like, we just cleared out a room,
Who's punching stuff?
and I made miniatures,
Mm-hmm.
and like you could just go through and just start kicking them and like destroying
Yeah.
buildings. And then I thought, like, would that help? Do you think?
Yeah,
You leveling an
maybe.
entire city?
Maybe.
But then I thought, like, oh, and we would, of course, would film it. But then I was reminded that there's a giantess fetish of like giant ladies, and usually like they have a like man in their
Ooh,
pocket.
like Mount Lady and My Hero Academia.
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's a fetish, so I mean, like, it might get a lot of views.
Yeah.
Put you in a bikini, get even more.
Oh my gosh, it could carry you around in my pocket.
Carry rod?
Carry you around.
Oh, yeah. And like
That would
we'll
be so cute.
we'll zoom up on it, and then we'll have to like make a set of me just like, it would just have to be like a white wall behind me because I'm
Can
on
Frank
you.
be in my pocket too?
Yeah, why not? I'll hold him and I'll say, Frank will be out of like your
Yes.
bikini strap, and we'll be saying, we can see the whole town up here. No, Nicole, you're stomping the city.
Yeah.
It'll be an accurate, I guess you would
yeah,
want to
yeah.
stomp Muskegon the
And
most.
this is just like a dream I'm having.
Yeah.
This is Crumbum's material for
Yes.
sure.
Hell yes. Guys, this is how we write crumb bums.
And it's recorded now, so we'll remember it.
What town would you most want to destroy? Fictitious
All
or
of 'em.
non-fictitious?
All of them. Burn this shit to the fucking ground, dude.
You want to know what then? I will do either Epcot or Las Vegas because it has a little representation of all around the world.
Ooh, yeah.
all
yeah,
around
yeah.
the world. Something coming to me.
Yeah. Yeah, nailed it. Perfect.
Yeah. I was trying to do And the World Goes Round. You know that Digital
No.
Underground song with Tupac?
Nope.
Nah. There was this song from GPG's Missing in Action that was called Six Pack because it had like 6 beats in it that like melded together, and he would like switch up his flow between each one. And my brother saw it and he was like, so this is like 6 Pac, so there's like 3 of them now? And I was like, God fucking damn it, dude.
Nice.
I know you say this shit to get on my nerves and it works. Please stop.
Guys, send James all of them.
Yeah, that's what our fans do.
Yes.
One of them screamed, hey, we're going to put down 12, and friggin' screwed me over on Jackbox. Watch the Jackbox stream on YouTube, guys. I was upset, but then I was fake angered over it, but I was upset. I felt
Sure.
I felt betrayed.
Sure.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was fake. It was totally fake.
No, you've seen me angry on real streams because on one of the Gundams I yelled the C word. Because that game, Gundam Journey to Jabura, which also, guys, listen to the podcast Buildcasters. Yes, it's great. It's about Gundam. It's refueled my interest in Gundam. So I was playing this and I was like, man, I remember when the hardest level on there. I don't know if I could ever beat it. Get to that level and it is the brutalest level of video games I have ever played because it's in 4 phases where you don't get health or more ammo. So it's not just hey, can I plow through these enemies? And it's also the last level. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So the final boss is there, but the final boss, there's no ammo laying around that you can collect to replenish your ammo to 100% or any health ups. So you have to be strategic of okay, well, I can just use long range weaponry, no melee. But no, melee, because, melee, they can hit you. But if you only use long range weapons, you'll run out of ammo. And the last boss, you need long range.
Sounds
because also,
rough.
the fucking melee controls are terrible. And then you just have to bank on the 2 allies that you have to do most of the damage.
Yeah.
Or at least half of the damage. For every 1 hit they get, you hit them.
James.
What's up?
I just got trolled by my own grandmother.
Yeah, but speaking of greatness, Nicole, one more thing.
Why?
We got a secret package in the mail.
Why?
And
what is life?
oh, what is life?
I don't want to do it
It's
anymore.
kissing me and watching anime with
Do
me.
I have to leave the apartment and talk to people?
I don't know.
Can I just be what's that guy? Was it Henry David Thoreau who just went out in the woods?
The Unabomber?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. You know that
Dope.
boy
Let's
and
do it.
that boy and father who got lost in the woods and were lost out there for 10
In
years.
Vietnam.
No, this
No, they
was
were lost for 40 years.
and they hand signals. That's the only way they knew how to communicate.
Yeah.
It's bonkers, guys. Why not teach your son English or whatever language they speak? Human language.
Talk to each other.
Yeah, unless
Maybe
they knew
they
ACL,
They didn't want to be found.
ASL.
They didn't want to be heard.
Okay. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Maybe they thought Bye Bye Man was after them. Slender Man in Woods.
But you can still sign Bye Bye Man and think those
Oh,
words.
yeah. I just did it to Nicole.
Yeah, you
I know ASL
totes.
and ACL.
I'm pissed they don't teach ASL in public school.
Yeah, my brother knew Morse code and would tap it to his friends,
Yeah.
and it in the middle of class. It's just some weird thing that he learned over the summer.
But I'm just because ASL, there are just so many times where I could have used it.
Yeah, when that alien race came along and they hear real good.
God damn it. Yeah. Yeah.
My cousin.
You know what's rad? I don't know if you saw that part, but the deaf girl in that movie is actually deaf.
Oh, that is rad.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
And
Don't misconstrue it. I don't mean it's dope that she's deaf. I'm just saying it's dope that they hired a deaf actress.
representation, guys. But my cousin Joe and my cousin Adam, they rapped. They rapped with GPG and Elbow. And my cousin Joe was he's yeah, for my album, Wiping with 20s.
Ew.
Yeah, of course it never came out because he was just... he was someone who liked to say he rapped, but he only ever had one verse on these many mixtapes that Syndicate Records put out. But he was yeah, man, for the video, no one's ever done this. I want to learn sign language. And during my verse, I'm just doing the sign language for it. And there'll be subtitles, but you can also hear what I'm saying as well. I'm yeah, that'd be dope. He never did it, of course, because he's a procrastinator and a
And he
compulsive
probably-
liar.
And he probably found out someone did it.
I think recently someone has done it, but it was so like that was when I was in like 6th grade. They lied so much
but
to me.
I feel attacked
What?
that he said he wanted to do something and then didn't do it.
No, that's all he did.
Oh, okay.
He said like, yeah, we opened for Obi Trice in Detroit,
Oh, okay.
and it's like, no,
I thought you
like,
meant like saying he wanted to do projects and then not doing them.
no, like he didn't do a
But, like, he
single
didn't do
project.
any at
Yes,
all.
none.
Got it.
He did one verse where he was like, did some golf
Man,
reference.
we're
That was
just
pretty
like
cool.
fucking throwing shade on our relatives today.
No, but he knows he
yeah,
never did anything
yeah,
with rapping.
yeah.
He also was like, yo, man, I can't get, like, the doctors told me because we had the ER specialist on speed dial because we were constantly in there. That is true. But yeah, man, they told me because I got hit in the nuts so many times that I can't have kids, which is true until it wasn't true. And he just,
and he had kids.
so many children.
That's hilarious. I hope it's because he thought that.
No,
'cause
yes.
that's
The
fucking
first
funny.
kid for sure is because he's like, yeah.
Okay, that's
it's also
hilarious.
like Tyler Wright won't.
I love it.
Tyler Wright also thought he was impotent because
Okay.
he was just blasting in everyone.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I guess like his sperm hadn't matured. He was like, oh, I'm 19 now. That's when I get puberty. And then,
His sperm grew pubes.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're hairy little guys.
Their voices got lower.
Yeah, they used to say like, hey, Mullum, hey, how you doing? And then they became like, hey, Mullum, how you doing? Because they're still
Yeah.
sperms and they still like to us sound high pitched.
Yeah.
Yeah, he once
Like, he has
photoshopped his
some
penis all
really-
over my
some
sleeping
really
face.
hairy sperm.
Yeah, just everywhere. His sperm still has foreskin.
Real quick, get it out of my system, okay? Yeah, guys, Amazon fucking sucks. Google it. Like, Google why does Amazon suck? And Cards Against Humanity is full of dick bags.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
And speaking of Amazon, we got that surprise
Yes.
mystery package.
I'm sorry. That's why I brought it up. 'Cause
Okay.
it was Amazon, and I was like, that's from Satan.
Which they apologized and they said, I
That's
asked
like
them,
my
hey, did you
one
send me?
characteristic?
I know. And they said, I know Amazon's the devil. But I was just asking them, hey, did you send me a package just to know?
Yeah.
But they interpreted that as
Well,
like,
you know I got to put you on. You already knew. I was going to put you on blast.
yes, they did. So I don't know who this is from. I'm pretty sure it's from our friends at It Takes Two to Toku, which you can see me open up the box. It's on our YouTube channel.
I thought you said it was.
It was.
Okay. You said I think.
No, at the time. I was
Okay.
like that. I thought it was.
Yes,
So
yes,
I was
yes, yes,
open it,
yes.
and guys, they sent me Beyblades.
Seriously, I'm a little upset because, like, you have never been that excited about any gift I've given you.
Yeah, when you gave me Beyblades, when you, I'm pretty sure like Garo, I was super pumped for.
Yeah.
All the gifts you've gotten me. Usually there's two that I'm hyped as hell.
Maybe it's just because, like, you weren't expecting it. And
Yeah.
you also just, like, it was the buildup of, like, Brooke sending me gluten-free stuff and you thinking it was Beyblades.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. And then you actually got Beyblades.
Like a few days later.
It's like a late Christmas gift.
Cheer!
Fuck yeah, dude.
But I'll be talking more about those on Talking About Beyblade next week over to patreon.com/MLM pod. Nicole, I'm guessing we can start talking about the movie.
I guess.
What times? Oh, yeah, dude.
It's yikes o'clock.
Yeah, fuck, I'm going to be up so late. Because remember, this comes out tonight.
Yeah, tonight?
Yeah. That's how we've had to been doing this because you work on Tuesdays now.
We really should do this on Monday
Yeah, I don't know.
so that it doesn't happen.
And that's why I said we got to get to...
I'm sorry.
It's
My
okay.
grandma trolled me all day.
She's like, yeah, she's probably going to her mahjong things and saying, yeah, I owned my libtard granddaughter. I was like, what is she to? What are you to her? I was like, niece?
Dude.
No. grandniece. No.
I love my grandma. She
And she loves owning libs.
just loves owning libs.
But Nicole, it clicked in my head because every single year we go to a specific event at G-Fest. And right when I saw Godzilla walk into the ocean, it sparked. I was like, there's going to be no Junior Jeopardy. And I freaking love that. It's Jeopardy based around Godzilla where kids perform and they are so knowledgeable.
Like even the worst part about it I miss, which is just like the walk to the, the convention center.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Because it was so fucking hot, but it's like, that's kind of what made it memorable.
Yeah.
But then we ended up getting like iced coffees and that was really fun.
Frappes.
And then this makes me really sad.
It's because like it's hot. It's taken us an hour to get there on train and bus, automobile, plane. But then you go into that sliding revolving door and then it's AC and you just see people with Godzilla shirts everywhere and you're like, I've made it.
Smells a little bit like chlorine.
Yeah, because of that pool.
And then we went
I was going to bring that up
to
too.
Eric and Teresa's house. And we went to Mitsuwa and it was amazing.
And we talked about Ninja Steel last year.
It makes me so sad.
Chia! But guys, this movie, Nicole, thoughts?
Oh, my spirit's broken today.
Guys, this movie's friggin' dope.
Okay, why was Anguirus in this movie?
He's his best friend. So it's like, hey, if he's around, you can kind of like gauge Godzilla of like, hey, they're best friends, they're buds. But then, holy crap, why is Godzilla beating up Anguirus?
Yeah.
Did you immediately know that it wasn't Godzilla?
Oh, no. I was just like, why is his screech so annoying in this movie?
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe it's just because it's like an older one and they change it later.
Nope.
But then they were like, psych!
There's a Mechagodzilla!
They should make an alien
I am an alien.
from the outer space.
That's from Nemo, right?
Yeah,
Because fish is aliens.
it's true.
But the opening scene, let's do a quick rundown. Aliens, they need a new planet because a black hole is coming onto there. So they make a Mechagodzilla that they put in a Godzilla flesh suit. And that's the plot. These archaeologists find out the plan and try to stop them.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really all you need to
The
know.
flesh be in the. Did you say aliens?
Yeah,
Yeah, aliens.
they're simians.
Why did they build Mechagodzilla?
That's the thing. Okay, so I know why they built Mechagodzilla, to conquer the Earth, because they need a new planet and they don't want, kind of like how Saiyans are doing it. They sweep out a planet so another race can come in and live there.
Okay.
But why masquerade it as Godzilla? That there's nothing to the plot there except to be like, oh, the only reason I
I
can
was
kind
gonna
of think
say to beat Godzilla, and then I was like, wait, he would know that's not himself.
I'm looking in a mirror. Am I looking into the ocean right now?
Yeah, like why wouldn't it be a different kaiju?
Yeah, but the only thing I could think is they're just trying to make sure people aren't wise to the fact that there's an alien, but no one else knows this is an alien.
Maybe they were just like banking on the fact that Godzilla might not show up.
Yeah. And I guess, actually, it sort of makes sense because at this time, Godzilla was a good guy, in quotes.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we're not going to fuck with him, that he's just trouncing around. But, whoa, he's blowing up stuff.
Yeah.
Why didn't he go straight to a city? He went to an oil rig and just
And
a
a
random
desert.
building. Yeah. But, man, that oil scene when it's Mechagodzilla and Godzilla shows up for the first time, holy shit, the miniatures, the filming, even how it was interspliced with the archaeologist team by that like big old tower. So good. Every single part of this movie was great. And I have seen this before, but it was on like a double VHS, which is it's right here. Hold on.
Sick, dude. Yeah, the explosions were super cool. And there were a lot of explosions. but they were awesome. I was just thinking about like how much fun the people that had to like make this movie had.
You want to know what is odd about this?
What?
This Godzilla and this on the back,
Not from that movie?
not from either of these movies.
Yeah.
It's from Godzilla 84.
Yeah.
Return of Godzilla, Godzilla 85.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That's insanity. Just put something from the actual movie.
It's just Gamera.
And
But
look
you
at
can't
his
really tell
incisors.
because it's only his head sticking out.
It's just like a turtle shell. And kids are like, yeah, fuck yeah, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Which I have all the VHSs of that over there.
Oh my God. Remember Nate, Liz's husband? His mom got him like a cappella CD and it ended up someone like just printed over the disc and it was actually Mothra.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking weird. I was like, that's rad.
It is. But let's, we see some like cool houses here. And
we?
whenever I see like Japanese style homes, especially like out in the like rural areas in the forest, the woodlands,
Yeah.
I'm like, God, I wish I lived there.
Let's
but
go live there.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm like, what would be the best? What's your ideal house, Nicole?
Ooh, ideal house?
I know mine.
Really? What is it?
Master Roshi. His home
fuck yeah.
is so good. But just like less karate, less martial arts, but like just a whole bunch more ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, it just is so cozy. And to see like a storm roll in would be just amazing. The closest we can get is the cabin. That's why Master Roshi's home in your cabin, if you just added a second story and put a turtle around,
Yeah.
you got Master Roshi's home. Oh my God. We should paint your cabin like Master Roshi's. That'd be pretty gnarly. Put a big old Kame sign on there.
Dude,
Say, this is a turtle house.
I'm fucking for that, but you know who isn't? the people
owners.
who own it.
Yeah, your parents.
Yeah.
What about you, Nicole?
I don't know.
You want a Seattle home.
Like I wouldn't ever want like a really big house. I've always loved cozy spaces.
This is what I think you want.
I love the idea of a tiny home, but I just like own way too much bullshit.
I think if you had a 2-bedroom home, because just like a home in general, I think you'd be like, oh, this is nice. Especially if you had like basement storage.
Yeah, I guess I don't have anything specific in mind. I just have like specific things I would want a house to have.
Okay, this is what I think. You want like a New England beach
But I
home?
do love vintage style shit. Like if perfect house would just be like an old house in like 1920s style decor.
No.
Yeah.
I like 70s decor. That'd be nice.
Ew.
Yeah. Or like 80s.
Like browns and greens
Okay, let's do
and
80s.
orange.
Like the Goldberg
Ew.
house, that kind of style.
No.
I like that.
No.
We'll have a velvet room.
No.
But you know what was that? Attack of the Colossus? Was that the movie that you cried at the end because the mom passed away? She was a girl and there's a sea monster, but he was a big old thing and everyone didn't believe her, but that was her internalizing her mother's sickness. It was a movie we watched on Hulu. It's about a little girl and she's like a little forest woman. She like is like these is giant bones.
Oh fuck, dude.
Like her kind of house.
I Killed Giants.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, that'd be rad. That'd be fucking dope.
I think because it rains, it's like gloomy, storms can roll in.
Yeah.
Oh, but the leaky roofs.
Fuck that.
Ugh. Someone needs to perfect the roof to never leak.
Fuck this apartment.
We can not put someone on the moon, but make it look like we did. But we can't fucking make a roof not leak.
Can I just apologize in advance for how quiet I have been talking?
Yeah, please.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. The perfect apology is
To not do it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I acknowledged. I just realized I was like, oh, I've been mumbling I should probably not do that since I already made this whole thing worse.
Also, you really do need to sit by my side while I edit, especially the Toku reading corner.
Okay.
Because there, especially last episode, there were times when I had to like match up a waveform because you just like restarted a sentence in the middle of the sentence at a like word that doesn't, it's not like a hard consonant. So like if you start with a Mary or like a Mary, but if it's in the middle of something like, did you see that Mary go over there? All of the words kind of go together. But if you were to say, if you started at like go, because go is like, did you see that Mary go everywhere? They're like go. You can splice, but Mary, like, did you see that Mary? It all blend.
I have no idea what, like.
My audio editor friends will know what it's talking about.
Okay.
But hey, edit with me and then you'll know.
I mean, then just leave the part I fucked up in.
No. Some of them I do, like if you laugh about it, yes.
Yeah, whatever.
But just, no, that'd be terrible.
Well, it's better than what you said.
Me having to edit it?
No, having it sound weird.
No. I make it sound good because I'm good at my job. It just takes longer.
Yeah, why haven't you been like, hey, Nicole, you need a better technique. And this is how you can fix it.
Okay.
And like show me an example of what's wrong with it.
I will show you an example, but I can't do that like during a record because you get very...
I know.
Okay, because you do get very testy with me.
Yeah. Don't do it in the middle of when we're doing something.
But then, you know, usually when I'm editing, you're either doing something or now you're gone.
Excuses.
You've left me.
Excuses.
Yeah, because you got the excuses.
You're just jealous because I get to leave the apartment.
No, I'm jealous that none of the podcasts I get to do, I can just be like, hey, it's on someone else. I've only got to do that twice.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah, because I'm like, it needs to be perfect. I need to edit it so everything it has less than a half a second pause.
Yeah, I think you also need to just kind of like force yourself to not be such a perfectionist.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, hey, maybe we do need it to be a little more loosey-goosey around here. Like, let things breathe, because it's not like what we've been doing is getting them gangbusters of numbers.
Yeah, try something new.
I know editing, guys.
None.
When Nicole toots all the time, that's being left in.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That little pause she just did, left in, left behind.
I thought you were going to say that was a toot you edited out.
Oh, no. No, I'll add in one. I had to download some toots for talking about Beyblade.
A soundboard.
I need to make a soundboard that's on. I need to figure out a way to turn my keyboard into a soundboard.
Yeah, you were like, I need to get a soundboard. And I'm like, I've literally seen you make one out of your keyboard.
Well, so what I meant by soundboard is like more of like an NPC style, because you can upload actual
non-player
sounds.
character?
NPC.
Mom player character.
Where you can upload sounds to that, so then you don't have to have like a program opened on your computer to clicky clack on this.
It's like a separate thing.
Yeah, so I'll have to have my laptop opened with Fruity Loops to have the sound bank in there.
It's just a whole thing.
Yeah. Instead of just like going direct line into the mixer and me like making like We'll figure it out though, guys. Don't worry. I'm talking about Beyblade. We gotta get through notes. Holy cramps. So with our current pandemic, it's insane that I don't think anyone ever says it. Maybe some people do in some Godzilla movies. COVID deniers are like if someone were to be like, Godzilla's not real. That's some hooey.
No. Because this is one of the problems I had with the video was they only deny it when it's convenient.
Oh, yes. Which I also had this written down.
It'd be like if they couldn't like see Godzilla, it was only like they only could see it on the news. They'd say Godzilla doesn't exist. But then Godzilla shows up in their fucking neighborhood, fucks their shit up or whatever, or someone else they know, and then they're like,
The government did this.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, the government is using Godzilla for political gain.
They have that machine
But it's
in one
also
of the
not
comics
but
that
at
can,
the same time, it's not real.
that can
So,
control Godzilla.
however the fuck that works.
It's also in Final Wars. They had a machine, but couldn't it control. One of them has a machine that controls all the monsters, but usually it's never Godzilla.
Yeah.
But it's in a comic. The half-century war. God damn that James Stokeo, or however you pronounce his last name. Oh, baby. But he is plagued with never being able to finish a project, it feels like now. Mm-hmm. Like the aliens thing, I think, went down. It was supposed to be like 6 issues, then just got bumped down to like 4 or 5. And it was delayed a bunch. But hey, that he might be like Dave Pilkey, who people were like, how come you haven't put out? Scholastic was like, you need to put out a Captain Underpants book. And he's like, I'm tending to my dying father. Yeah, I have already sold 2 million books.
Yeah.
That fucking Captain Underpants can wait. I mean, 200. Did I say 200 million?
I don't know.
He's sold so many of those. God damn, it's a great series. I need to reread it. Next podcast, baby. Captain Underpants. I dive into all the media. Holy shit, that's actually a good idea.
But then, like, when you tell the place you work at that sells books to order this, like, best-selling book that everyone loves, they won't do it. And then, like, 2 months later, they'll get, like, a report from some fucking thing they went to that's, like, shows that it's a top-selling book, and then they order it because you're a woman, so why would they listen to you?
Dang. Heating on them.
I'm fucking sick of it, dude.
Oh, is that, like, with Dogman?
Yeah.
Oh, I told them to.
Yep. So did I.
I read it and I said, yeah, man, this, even as an adult who used to read Dave Pilkey, this is fantastic.
Yeah, and people were coming in asking for it. And then I would
God.
say, nope, go to Michael's, because I'm pretty sure Michael's has it.
No, say go to Quimby. Quimby doesn't have it, James.
No, definitely not.
Unless Dave Pilkey started doing LGBTQ fanzines about, like, fan fiction of Captain Underpants. Oh, my God. I'm coming up with great ideas today.
I feel like it's not. It's less about me being a woman and, like, more about me being young, I think.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Like, have they even gotten One Piece stuff yet?
Rachel ordered Gundams because Rachel is also a woman and she actually fucking listens to me.
Yeah. Hey, Buildcasters.
And because she's
Come on over.
sick of the same shit.
Have they been selling good?
I don't know. It was like right before COVID.
Oh, okay.
Which I was like, James, you can just call this shit out. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Which, like, recently I was like, oh, we should. And then I was like, never mind. And she was like, no, what? And I was like, I was going to say we should, like, push selling Gundams because everyone's stuck inside.
Oh, yeah.
Like, on our social media. And I was like, but, like, no one's going to fucking do that because, you know what I mean? I was like, no one fucking listens to me when I say shit. So I was like, never mind.
Sentai 5 in the house, you know? He's one of the hosts.
Fuck yeah.
Buildcasters. Come to Chicago Comics and say, I want my Gundams and I want it now.
Jacobs told me that you had Gundams because
Yeah.
she's the fucking raddest bitch around.
Yeah. And I heard about it.
And I'm only
Mostly
buying
Speaking
this
Sentai.
because of her.
So maybe don't make fun of James when he comes in the
So
store.
maybe give her a raise.
Don't say things like, oh, James, that scooter you got, pretty lame.
You know what would make it better? LEDs.
Which I have one of
And then
those
you're
now.
like, whoosh, got it, bitch.
Except the wheels are so tiny, Mom.
They're so tiny.
I don't have health insurance.
Have you rode it?
No, I don't, like, I'm afraid to. Because I don't have health insurance.
Yeah. We have helmet.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't protect my arms. My yarm
True.
doesn't protect my taint from getting slashed open.
Cool.
It happened
Does
on
that
that.
happen to you? What the fuck?
It was on a Tosh.0. A kid was
Well, that was a skateboard.
yeah.
That's different.
well, it could still break in half.
And they were
then,
like grinding down a staircase.
no, they like I think kick flipped or heel flipped down
yeah.
a 14
so just
stair.
don't do that. And you'll
You want to know
good.
who could do that?
Your taint will be safe.
Mason O'Charzak. Speaking of taints, Anguirus got punched in the taint by Mechagodzilla
Yeah.
after flying him up. I gotta get through notes, Nicole.
I'm just having fun.
I know, I
Sitting
know.
here talking to you, even though it's sweaty as fuck
Yeah.
in here.
And you are so nice
Stop.
looking.
Don't.
Oh, Do I make you fancy? Fancy a cigarette, that is. And speaking of cigarettes, we see a guy. He is
Fucking
the
Adam
coolest
Driver shows up.
guy ever. He has
Popped
sunglasses.
collar up
Check.
to the hills.
Smoking a cigarette? Check. All black attire? Check. And a leather jacket that goes down to the floor.
And the fucking collar, bro.
So you know he has lots of guns in that, what do they call it? Trench coat style.
Yeah. Yes.
It was pew 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 Matrix looking.
Mm-hmm.
The Wozniak, the Wojciechniak sisters probably saw that and they're like, we're gonna be writing a check to ourselves for $6 billion.
What?
Because they made Matrix. It's a very lucrative franchise. Figures alone will set you back $6.5 billion. Half of $6 billion.
I was trying to figure out, but now I don't remember, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like, what other movies are canon with this movie?
All of the Showa. So Godzilla raids again versus King Kong. Fudge. People are going to eat my ass out. Versus Mothra. Astro Monster. King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon monster. All monsters attack, destroy all monsters.
Oh, now I
Hedorah,
remember why.
Gigan, Megalon, and then these two. I think that's all of them.
Okay, I remember why, because I was like, why are they so chill about them being aliens?
Yeah, they've
And
said,
the
yeah, that's also
scientist, I wrote it down.
Yeah.
The scientist says, like, just as I suspected, space titanium. And I was like, what?
And he's like, hey, these guys gots to be aliens. That makes sense with the space titanium.
You suspected space titanium.
I think, yes, because this is now maybe like 11 movies deep into that series. So we've seen
a bunch
aliens
of crazy shit.
come and go from this entire planet. You had the Exilians, now the Simians, and there was probably one more.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope.
Nice.
That's what I go by when I do a horrorcore trap music is Exilian, but it's just X, then ill, then Ian. You know, like my friend Ian from Pathway.
No, I don't.
He's pretty cool. Actually, it was Ethan, but I called him Ian. I can't pronounce TH when I was in high school. I was too faded. When I get high, I lose control of like pushing my tongue up against my teeth.
Shoosh. I'm trying to move on, and you're
If I were high, I couldn't say shoosh.
shoosh.
Because shoosh.
On the
No, you don't
plane,
need to.
Adam Driver is like, hey, I'm a publitits.
Not at all.
Keep me in mind. Like they're talking about the little statue thing, and he just says like, yeah, so keep me in mind because I'm real interested about that statue. But like, does not tell them his name, does not tell them who he works for, or give them a business card. And I was just like, okay.
Hey, the face says a million words. You just say like, hey man, who is this Matrix looking dude? And they'll be like, I know who this muckraker was.
Okay. Yeah, he was like, some call me a muckraker, like a bad boy.
Hey, muckrakers is cool. So when they find the statue, it's they lean over to the statue, but first they're looking at these like paintings on the wall, and these paintings in this ancient tomb are the most poorly, the crudest drawn things. Then they get to this statue, which is an utter work of art. It's like, hey guys, we're gonna make this tomb to like our ancient kings and such. You guys, I think like for this much money and for like 6 months, you guys think you'll get this done? And someone's like, oh, absolutely, I can get that done. And then they spend like almost all of the money and maybe spend 5.5 months on just the statue. And they're like, all right, good. Oh no, I just saw the calendar. What can I draw on the walls? And then just had to half-ass
Rude,
the drawings.
James.
What?
Rude. They tried so hard.
But then when they take the pictures and they get that developed, they're completely different drawings. These are good-looking drawings in the pictures. Oh, maybe they had to like they had someone like restorate the pictures.
Yeah.
do artist renditions of like, I think this is how it looks. You know, like on Drawfee, how they would take things they drew in high school and then redo it to as in their current drawing style. It's like that. They called up Caldwell and they said, hey man, can you redo this? And he's like, I have been working my entire life for this. Every single day I've been posting on YouTube for this moment, Japanese government, who might just be a professor for a college.
James,
Yes.
what about those gentle punches?
Oh, when they're trying
When
to fight
they-
up that guy?
Yeah, they like are fist fighting and it's just like the gentlest punches.
It's just someone not following through. It's just someone like hardly putting their hand on your face, like to like just like make contact,
Yeah, just like patting your face with their fist.
but like staying there, not just like pat, just like "Huh," and leaving the hand there and then pulling off. But he was also like in a headlock, was punching him with his wrist, and that's the. Besides the magnetism, that is the only part that made me laugh. I was like, this is the campiest thing in here until we get to the final scene, the final fight scene. Godzilla got hit by a bunch of lightning, and I guess he had foresight and knew Mechagodzilla. I guess he did know Mechagodzilla was metallic, and he just made himself a magnet, but he has to access it like going Super Saiyan. He's just
Yeah.
like, and then he starts sparking, and then he's a magnet.
Uh-huh.
And Mechagodzilla's like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah, that's when I wrote obligatory magnets, how do they work?
This is how lightning.
Yeah, apparently, man.
Someone we should re-edit that of magnets, how do those work? And then it's Godzilla getting hit by lightning and then him going and Mechagodzilla being attracted to him, which they body rubbing.
Wow.
This guy, this professor, they're up late and he says, hey, can you go make me a pot of coffee? And the woman that he's with, which is also an archaeologist, she's like, oh, absolutely. And I was expecting her to like go into the kitchen. No, he has a coffee maker right in his office. He's living the dream. Just think if, Nicole, on your desk, you had a coffee maker. That's practically what he had. It's a fire hazard, but it would be cool.
I can do that.
Do it up.
No.
You'd get coffee creamer everywhere on your laptop. And all of a sudden, you're trying to print, but instead of putting ink in there, you just put old coffee grounds because you're like, it'll just mush it up and the coffee will become the ink. I'm like, Nicole, you little scamp.
I'm a scamp.
Sure, I'm
It's true.
scampy. What else do we got? Speaking of the woman who's an archaeologist, there's a bunch of reporters around this cave that they found, which had the crude drawings in it. And they're like, you guys need to get back. We need to make sure this cave is safe and no reporters at this time. And then this woman just crosses the line to start going in. And the professor's like, whoa, all journalists need to stay out. And she's like, I'm not a reporter. I'm an archaeologist. And then right away, she's in there taking pictures just like a reporter would.
Yeah.
I think she lied this entire time. She got that scoop.
That's what weaponizing femininity is.
Cheer. You say, like, oh, my never, sir. I just can't find enough money to buy this Whopper Jr. with the extra cheese. And then they're like, hey, we'll give you the extra cheese on the house. And then you're like, thank you so much, sir. And
Using
then,
sexism to your advantage.
yeah, to get extra cheese on shit. Holy crap. Go to Chipotle, get that extra guac, baby. Guacamole's more at there.
Mm-hmm.
It's more everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Subway. Ho ho!
Hey.
You got double meats, baby. For them double D's.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
You started going on, weaponizing femininity.
Sexism.
Sometimes you gotta bend the rules. Sometimes you gotta arch your back, push out your breast. Frank does it. He arches
Push out Japan.
Frank does it.
I was trying to think of like the men equivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
what it was.
making your bicep stance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're in a deep V.
Yeah.
You go, meh, 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 meh.
Yeah.
But But what else do we guts? Do you have them?
King Caesar. Okay, people say Caesar and Caesar.
Yeah, I think it's Caesar is the more accurate.
If I don't know if you have a problem with it, I'm mumbling again. Anyway, King Caesar looks like he should be in Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh, that rhymes. And now it's even more accurate because that
Hell
book
yeah.
rhyme.
Hell yeah.
You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
My
Pretty
friend-
sure I own it.
My friend Nate was obsessed with that.
Obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He had like the outfit and
He's
everything.
like, I'm Cookie, the Clash Clown. I'm gonna be mean to people. And I was
Whoa.
like, cool.
Jeez.
And everyone's gonna love me for it.
He's got that big old dick too. He does. When I would, he wouldn't wear underwear clearly and would wear tight pants. And eye level when recording, like I'd be sitting at my desk. It was in a room. And he'd be like in a basement room at the time when we were recording Deep Swish.
Would this be at all surprising to you to know that you've told me the story several times?
Yeah, I don't think I've said it on here. So I looked over and just like I saw just the outline of his big old hog, eye level, and I'm like, they weren't lying.
Yeah, sorry, I'm putting everyone on blast today.
Put me on blast. What don't you like about me? Nicole asked, hey James, am I a good girlfriend?
Yeah, because I'm a fucking bitch, guys.
And I said, yeah, of course. And then you're like, you're sure? And I said, yeah. And then I go, sometimes you're mean. And then you start laughing and you're like, wow, I was going to ask if I could do anything better, but you don't even wait for it.
Yeah, verbatim.
Yeah. There was something that we were discussing before we started. And it was that I thought it was
About how I got trolled by my grandma.
No. I was like, oh, I'll discuss it on the podcast, but I don't remember.
Something about someone's sperm.
Someone's sperm? Wait, no. It was it was Dana and PJ
How
something.
did that help? It was a joke.
It was turning down. So when Dana and PJ, when they record the rewind, I know they get loud.
Yeah.
But normally, like I'm like good, but with my headphones. But they were discussing every single Disney Channel original movie, and I was following along with them for this specific reason because I knew once they got to Cheetah Girls, they would start shouting lyrics into.
As they should.
And I turned it all the way down and was still too loud.
Yeah.
And once they ended talking about DComs, I went into one of their microphones and was like, hey guys, my assumption was correct and here's what I did. And they were like, yeah, I would have done the same thing too.
Hell yeah, dude.
They got to get on the podcast and maybe not go to, we got to ask them in the wintertime because then there are no barbecues to friggin' ditch me.
They still just say they have a barbecue.
Yeah, man, we're going to a...
It's a ice barbecue.
How? They're like, yeah, we're going to a Mongolian grill. Isn't that one of those, what do they call it? The grills on the inside?
Yeah.
Benihana style grills?
Yeah.
Oh, screaming at me. You don't need to.
I'm loopy.
Oh. Loopy and juicy.
This movie has so much blood in it.
Yes.
Like, oh my goodness.
It's brutal when Anguirus gets his mouth pulled apart.
Yeah.
Like you see that on like zombie movies where someone like rips someone's head off. They almost did that to him, but he just lets him go. That's even worse. That he has to like walk around with his jaw dislocated.
Yeah, just to show him who's a boss.
It's fucked up.
It was
And he was bloody.
Mechagodzilla.
Yeah. And then you got them shooting the aliens, which I'm guessing this is why it was fine, because they weren't shooting out red blood.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why.
It was like in Zyram 2.
Still like, holy shit.
How he just like Zyram just like goes up and like slices a bunch of people and just like blood just shoots out of their throats.
Yeah, because I mean, even Anguirus's blood was just like bright orange.
Which they do that a lot.
Yeah, because so it's not spooky. But wasn't Godzilla's blood red though?
I don't know.
I think it was.
I always thought he had white blood because he eats too much ice cream.
What?
White blood comes from eating ice cream. Remember when my gums bled white?
Why do
That
you
started
do
G-Fest.
this to me?
That's why it's the anniversary of the first time my mouth swole like a balloon.
Fine, that's fair.
Acting 101, guys, was broken in
Now
this movie.
I have the weird mouth thing.
Chia!
Damn it.
Because your teeth are transparent.
No, because I have a weird.
You put too much yeast in your mouth, Baker Dave.
It's like I have like a rash under my tongue.
It's not good.
Yeah, I'm saying
Baby.
you had it last year.
Chia.
I have it this year. It's tradition now.
Oh, man, and then next year we're going to start getting genital issues.
No.
'Cause
Don't say that.
Because we're jacking it too
Wow,
much.
okay.
I've had genital issues from that. I got
Yeah.
scabs from there.
Yep, everyone wants to know that. Everyone needs to know
It must have
that.
been on it. Oh, yeah, it was. They made fun of me for it on What the Hell Mouth.
Yeah, because you're just giving yourself dry HJs.
Chia! Until that pre-cum comes, baby. Arrgh, arrgh. You know, it's like a train.
Too much
caboose.
information.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, guys. The best lubricant, that pre-cum.
Why?
Because it's of the earth.
No,
It's
I'm saying,
my
why are you
yoni.
saying this?
It's my yoni. That's the vagina.
Why are you telling people these things?
Because they're my what were we gonna start calling them? I like my little kooky guys. It was on a stream I started calling them. But Acting 101 was broken in that. That's what I was starting to talk about. Okay, if the script asks you to eat in a scene because of continuity, if you go ham on the first take, eating a bunch, that means if you have to take multiple takes from different angles, you will need to have that much food in your mouth every single scene. You just take dainty little bites. This guy, when they were on the ship, was just heaving pieces into his mouth like, I got it, guys. I got it. And it's like, no, pace yourself, sir. Even a normal person doesn't eat like that. You take the bite, you chew it, you swallow it. No, he did like 3 huge bites without even swallowing. He had to chipmunk into his mouth because he had lines to recite.
Mm-hmm.
He must have been hungry that day. Maybe that's why. But still, guys, if you're eating on a scene, pace yourself. Dainty.
He's one take Jake.
Ooh, and I never start over. No, let me start over. Let me start over.
Franklin.
Hey, Franklin. I'm almost done with notes. The steam room, I'd love to have one of those in my home. Just the steam jets out.
Where you can boil your enemies alive.
No. I'll boil my peas in there.
Okay.
And my yams.
Your yams?
My potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Spud style.
Yeah.
You can't forget your corn.
Cauliflower.
Oh, my favorite steamed thing is steamed ham.
Cabbage.
What else do you steam? Rice?
Yeah.
Dumplings? Nicole doesn't like them steamed, though. She likes that crisp. But you pointed out they were all up on everything. They're like, oh, this is a safe place where steam won't jettison out of the walls or the floor. Then it does. And they're like, well, over here we'll be fine. No, nowhere's good.
It's
they
like
designed
there are
this.
clearly vents on what you're leaning on.
Holes. Oh, wait, I forgot to do one of this. I'm so glad I said holes. So the intro starts, the theme music is like big band kaiju style. And I was like, oh, when Stanley Ipkiss gonna start coming out dancing in that mask? And then I thought, Stanley Ipkiss, Stanley Yilnats. What if Stanley Ipkiss were in holes with that mask? Jim Carrey, he'd just be able to do big spins to dig a hole to find the recipe with peaches that make your feet not smell bad, Sweet Onion style. You ever see the movie Holes?
Yeah.
Did you like that rap that they all did?
Rap.
It was on Disney Channel. They were rapping about
I don't
Holes, the
know.
movie.
No.
Shia LaBeouf was in the bish.
I didn't see the rap.
Then he comes on Shade 45, Sway in the Morning, and he raps, and they're like, man, he rapping to the 5 Fingers of Death, and he's so good.
Cool.
Yeah, I always hate that when, whoa, this actor, he can rap on Sway in the Morning. And it's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So people think it's even better because it's like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
This 9-year-old white kid, you won't believe how well he raps. Tupac would be impressed by it. There's so many, like, old heads even love this child who raps. No, they don't. Children rapping is corny as fuck, guys. If you see a child rapping, say, hey, man, do it in private until you're at least 16.
Just shame them.
I don't like it. There was this Wesley who was on episode 5 of the show who worked at Vivid with me. We would sometimes, because we worked in emails for a ticketing company.
Yeah.
So people would think like this is the venue. So people would send us like their SoundCloud links and shit. And one time we got this kid who he was like 7 years old, but he rapped about like education and you need it. Hey, this is why I go to school still. No, you go to school still because it's a legal obligation for your parents to make sure you go to school until you're 16 in most states. But I just start roasting this kid to Wes, and he's like, James, yes, this is funny, but it is so mean. Stop roasting a child. I was like, yeah, well, kids shouldn't have picked up the mic, or dad shouldn't have forced this kid to pick up a mic because he didn't get his shot because he ended up having a kid.
Oh my God.
So he's just trying to whore out his child to the goddamn music industry. Frank's resting at my feet right now.
It's so good.
Like you should make Frank look like kaiju, specifically a little dog lion god from this movie.
He is a kaiju.
Nicole, why did they change their clothes? They bust in and they take out 2 guards, stormtrooper style, like from Star Wars. They Han Solo and Luke Skywalker beat up two stormtroopers.
Wear their outfits.
And cover all of their bodies. In this case, they do not cover up their faces. And these aliens have been working in a small, confined area with the same people for over 6 months. If they see a person who they don't recognize, they'll be like, you don't belong here. It's not like, oh, hey, we're new. It's like,
temps.
no. Yeah, it's not possible. They're from different planets.
Yeah.
That
maybe just like, because like at first glance,
maybe,
or like passing by, if they didn't see their face, they might get away with it.
Possibly. I still think like if if I was working with the same people every single day and I saw a stranger's back, I would be able to be like, that person doesn't, unless like someone got a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
But also you would know if someone got a haircut. You're in a cave working with the same maybe dozen people and all of them kind of had the same haircut. I don't know. It was odd to me that they would spend the time to change outfits, then change outfits again. And also all of the outfits had belt buckles on the neck. So either Let's Go Blue, they're really into autoerotic asphyxiation, or they're just bad at tailoring. It would be like if everyone's necks were just like floppy, huge holes, and they just all had pull strings in real life to tighten around the neck. So you could like tighten it so it wasn't just like a gaping hole that drapes around your shoulders.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. But that's what they do. It's just big old floppy holes.
Mm-hmm.
And I put King Caesar must be cared for by Nicole's family because he needs to be combed so badly.
This movie was so quiet.
Like there wasn't a lot of sound, or just like volume
like
wise?
There were so many scenes where like it was just silence.
I only had a problem in one specific scene, and that's when they were on the boat, like up top. Clearly everything's ADR'd because you can't get good sound because of the open ocean.
Yeah.
But they did not insert any wind or open ocean into that entire thing. It was just dead silent.
Yeah.
It was also filmed in the middle of the day. You could see where the sun is, but it makes it look like it's morning.
Mm-hmm.
The sun was high noon, maybe 2:00 p.m., but nonetheless, I just put a filter on and said, this is the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Speaking of that, fucking Time Ranger. The first time I have ever seen a rainy nighttime scene in a Sentai was a specific Time Ranger episode, and it blew my mind. I was like, holy shit. Like that thing that happens in so much TV, but it happening in a show that it's never been done in, it blew my mind. 2 thumbs up. That's our next series.
Sick.
Mechagodzilla starts like thrusting his fingers down King Caesar's throats like he's trying to like make him throw up bad ecstasy.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was weird.
I don't know what that was. Mechagodzilla has a thick neck.
Let me see this, Nick. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I'm guessing so he also has long arms, and I'm guessing that's because there's motorized things that like so someone's holding on to like maneuver the arm things. So it has to have the motor in there. So like here's someone's hand, then the motor, then the actual hands on the suit. But the head also rotates. Hey, I've heard of owling a kid, but owling a mech. So I'm guessing it had to like here's the person's head. And then it has to go up higher for the motor, and then like the actual Mechagodzilla head is up top. Kind of like how Jar Jar Binks was done.
Sure.
Because that's someone actually walking around.
Sure.
Hey guys, Jar Jar Binks is cool. He's funny. He steps in poop.
Uh-huh.
So maybe cut him a little slack.
Maybe get trolled by your grandmother.
That's all my notes.
Same.
Nicole, what'd you think of the movie?
I liked it.
I loved it, but I don't know like where they're going to go for the next one. Like, how do they rebuild Mechagodzilla if everyone's dead?
I guess I'm just realizing in like a lot of Godzilla movies, their solution is to just be like, it's aliens.
Not in a lot. I mean, I would say probably 30% of them.
But
No, Megalon was underground people. Gigan is from space, but I don't think aliens brought him here in the original series. So it's not too many.
Too many for me.
Okay. Because, that was an alien in 2000. We don't need to go through this. People can Google it.
It just seems like lazy writing is what I'm saying.
It's sci-fi, baby.
Because it can just be very easily explained away. In this sense of us, like, not even fully remembering what the fuck they're doing.
I bet that's why Megalon, I'll give them credit, the writers of this series, because they had a bunch of aliens, and they're like, we can't do aliens again. What can Megalon be? Oh, it's going to be people of, like, an Atlantis-style town underneath the earth who's been thriving for thousands of years without detection, who are also all American? And they're the ones who bring forth Megalon. At least I think that's is. I've only ever seen it MST3K'd. But Nicole, what you got to plug?
Go to
It's loosey-goosey. It's all getting left in.
I'm sorry. At Darling Homebody on all the things. Patreon.com/Darling Homebody. I've got a monthly sticker magnet you choose and giveaway, and my online store darlinghomebody.com. New thing that I'm excited about are the rainbow metal magical girl enamel pins. They turned out really cool. That's it.
Chia!
There's a new Crumb Bums.
Yeah, on Webtoon. It's in the
Yeah.
description, I believe.
Webtoons.com.
Just search Crumb Space Bums. But guys, that method I talked about of gaming the algorithm on Spotify, it's working, babies. I'm getting like 1,000+ plays. I broke 2,000. It was like 2.3 thousand yesterday. It works. So please help me in working on this. Go to Spotify, search Marshland Monster, and just play the bish on loop. Follow and like all the songs as well, because that'll bump me in the algorithm to send it out to others as well. But hey, if you don't use Spotify, it's also available on Apple Music, iTunes, everywhere music is found, besides Tidal maybe. Not there yet. Maybe not Pandora. But Also, go over to Mostly Speakin' Sentai on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook to see us stream. Also over on YouTube, I post Let's Plays of me playing video games. It's very good. Please check them out. I just got done with Cartoon Network Racing, aka I got as far as I wanted to go in the game. I unlocked almost everything. I'm playing, starting today, the day this releases, the Ed, and Eddie video game for PlayStation 2 and GameCube called The Misadventures. It's a very fun game, very cool. And then, please, guys, go over to MLMpod.com to find out information about my other podcasts, such as Mostly Speakin' Sentai, This Movie's Gay, What the Hellmouth, and Hit It and Crit It. What the Hellmouth is back, guys. Go check that out. We'll be posting episodes. One new one came out last week. And finally, go over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where you'll get exclusive podcasts every single Friday, such as Talking About Beyblade. I was going to say This Movie's Gay, Engaged with Nicolas Cage, and the Toku Reading Corner. And if you are so generous to pledge $10 a month, not only do you get an exclusive live stream every single month, once per month, you also get shout-outs on our show, shout-outs like I'm about to do. So let's begin. First up, we have Steve F., aka Hit People Guy. When you see Mechagodzilla, you're all probably thinking, damn, I can barely get my printer running. And if I need to update firmware, it's time for me to just buy a new printer. So I couldn't imagine how these simians are keeping this rampaging robot moving. Well, the answer might shock you. They don't. That's because they've employed the best tech support money can buy, Steve F. Finger missile software operating with high latency? Steve's got you covered. Wireless Mechagodzilla controls not pairing with the command center? Steve's here to reset the Wi-Fi. And Mechagodzilla's eyes are shining back the blue screen of death? Well, Steve's gonna let you know that you are now the proud owner of a 40,000-ton paperweight. And before you call Steve, just please, for the love of God, make sure Mechagodzilla is plugged in and turned on. For real, come on, guys. And next up, we have Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Simian Defector. With a black hole quickly approaching his planet, Eric knew he and his people would eventually seek out a new world to inhabit. And don't get him wrong, he loves his people, but once he found out their plan was to forcibly conquer an already populated world and its citizens, he stealthily and quickly hopped on a one-man studio-style space pod of his own to trek the stars in search of a new home with new, more compassionate neighbors. It sure is a good thing Eric had read some essays from simian anti-capitalist writer Karlax Zarks, a staunch believer in anti-colonialism, or Eric might have been on Earth getting eaten by a ding-dang Godzilla. And next, Alex Z, aka The Waz. As a lover of animals, no matter the species, she's here to care for and protect any creature, even if, nay, especially if, that animal is a dog-lion hybrid god capable of eating through Skynet Terminators. Dog-lion isn't monster, he benevolent god with innocent eyes but still draws screams of terror from villagers. So, Alex founded the GSPC-GMC, the Global Society for the Prevention of Cruelty of Gods and Mythical Creatures. Here, Alex and her generous team of volunteers spend the workday tending to the wounds these majestic creatures sustain from pitchfork mobs, speak at elementary schools to educate the youth on the facts, not fears, of our godly kaiju, and call their local senators demanding for bills to protect all kaiju of Earth. But not those Clive Barker chickens with chainsaw tummies, metagalactic mechanical menaces, or triple-necked freaky dragons golden with greed. They are, in fact, evil entities bent on world destruction, so they don't need to be here. And finally, my friend and fellow rapper, Defo. As a wordsmith himself, it shouldn't be a surprise that he wrote the prophecy in that ancient chamber that read, "When a black mountain appears above the clouds, a huge monster will arise and try to destroy the world. But when the red moon sets and the sun rises in the west, 2 monsters shall appear to save the people. But our Tomb Raider professor friends interpreted this all wrong. It's not about giant monsters coming to wage war against each other. It's about the black mountain of capitalism going unchecked, rising higher than the heavens until the red moon sets, aka the Marxist-Lenin revolution, comes to dethrone the capitalistic overlords and save humanity. Hold on. Got a text message. Hey, it's from Defo. I am getting word from him at this moment that I, too, actually misinterpreted it. It's to promote his SoundCloud. I actually should have known that. I did help him come up with this prophecy. That's on me, guys. That is absolutely on me. Oh, yeah, I don't know why all those shout-outs seem to have a lot of Marxism in it. Sometimes you just get in a real Karl Marx mood, Nicole. Right? Communism? Good in theory, bad in practice, right? I mean, at a large scale, communism is bad, but in a small scale, it does work. Like if you live on a commune, sometimes they flourish, but you just have to make sure you still need like a governing body to keep other people in check, or maybe just like everyone is like of the governing body, because if someone has more power than other people, that's when things start to snowball and all of a sudden everyone is his wife. Because it's always a man. It's never a lady commune you see where... this isn't shout-outs, Nicole. Oh, I'm wrapping up. What's up? Nicole?
What?
We're wrapping up. Franklin's on my cord. On my umbilical cord.
You're the one talking about...
Marxism.
Yeah.
But Nicole, thank you so much for being a part of this journey.
You're blaming it on me?
No, I was saying Nicole. I was saying Nicole, and then you weren't responding.
Yeah, because you were talking about fucking whatever.
Oh, Nicole, I've been James.
I've been Nicole.
And we're still on the road to G-Fest, baby! Because next week we will be discussing 1975's, its 45th anniversary, maybe not 45th, I don't know, I can't do math, anniversary of Terror of Mechagodzilla. Bye, guys, bye. Talking about Beyblade, guys, get up on that Patreon.
On the road to the big city.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.